Welcome to the Balanced FLUX podcast. I'm Tenny McLeod, and these are my takes on cultivating mental health, enhancing personal productivity, thereby living a balanced life. I hope that you'll be inspired to expand the quality of your life and in turn, empower others along the way. Expect new episodes on Sundays at 1 p.m. UTC on major podcast apps and platforms. And remember that you can always get more information on the website at balancedflux.com. So join me now and every week on this inspiring and fulfilling journey through the Balanced FLUX podcast. Ever feel like you're on a never-ending road trip with no end in sight? That's where milestones come in. They're like those crucial rest areas along the highway, offering you a chance to refuel, rest, and reflect on the journey so far. It's not just about taking a break, it's about acknowledging how far you've come and gearing up for the miles ahead. Now, what exactly are milestones? Think of them as checkpoints on your journey. They mark significant progress or achievement, giving you a pat on the back and a clear sense of direction. It's like leveling up in your favorite game. Each level you conquer brings you closer to the final prize and unlocks exciting new challenges. Essentially, milestones are measurable markers of progress towards something you want to achieve, providing that extra bit of motivation and feedback to keep you going. In simpler terms, they're like the finish lines of those mini races within the marathon of life, helping you break down those gigantic goals into smaller, more manageable segments. Whether you're aiming to write a best-selling novel or simply learn how to whip up a delicious meal, milestones are your secret weapon for staying motivated, tracking your progress, and ultimately achieving your goals. Now, milestones come in different forms, often intertwined and building upon each other. You've got your performance milestones, focused on specific skills or levels of proficiency. Imagine finally mastering that new language, hitting that ambitious sales target, or nailing that tricky guitar solo you've been practicing for ages. Then there are project milestones, marking the completion of significant phases in a project, like finishing the first draft of your novel, launching that innovative new product you've been working on, or completing the foundation of your dream house. And don't forget about personal growth milestones, which focus on your internal development, like overcoming a long-held fear, developing a helpful new habit, or achieving a greater level of self-awareness. Bear in mind that milestones don't have to be huge, earth-shattering achievements. Even those small wins deserve a celebration. Did you finally conquer that mountain of laundry? Milestone. Did you finally tidy up your room? Double milestone. And did you finally get around to reading that book that's been sitting on your shelf for months? Milestone, milestone, milestone. See, milestones aren't just for those long-term, life-altering goals. You can absolutely set them for daily or weekly tasks too. It's all about breaking things down and acknowledging your progress, no matter how small it may be. Also, reaching a milestone doesn't mean you can just kick back and relax. Milestones are just stepping stones, no pun intended. They are only different parts, albeit significant ones, of the journey, not the final destination. Use them as momentum to keep pushing forward and to keep striving for greatness. Milestones can also act as signposts on your journey, guiding you toward your destination and helping you navigate the often winding path to success. They enhance your focus, enabling you to stay on track and avoid distractions that can hinder your progress. Milestones also provide clarity, illuminating the path ahead and reducing feelings of uncertainty or being lost. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the vastness of your goals, Milestones transform the journey into a series of manageable stages, each bringing you closer to your desired outcome. Having said that, over-relying on milestones can sometimes make you inflexible and unable to adapt to unexpected changes. Imagine a hiker rigidly following a trail marked on a map, even when a landslide has made it impassable. Missing a milestone can also be disheartening if you don't handle it constructively. Think of an athlete who becomes demotivated after failing to beat their personal best time in a race. And focusing too much on individual milestones might make you lose sight of the overall goal, like a music producer who gets so caught up in perfectly processing each individual track that they forget how it fits within the overall mix, resulting in a poorly produced song. It's all about using them as flexible guides, not rigid rules set in stone. Again, no pun intended. So the question then is, how can you make milestones work for you? Well, to help you effectively use milestones, consider the following principles and ways. First up, the SMART method. This technique ensures your milestones are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Say your goal is to improve your fitness. A SMART milestone could be run a 5K race in under 30 minutes within the next 3 months. It's specific because it clearly defines the activity, which is running, and the target, which is 5K in under 30 minutes. This milestone is measurable because you can track your progress through distance and time. Achievability is ensured if you're currently at a reasonable fitness level and can commit to a training plan. The milestone is relevant to your overall goal of improving your fitness, and it's time-bound because you've set a deadline of 3 months. This whole SMART approach helps you set clear, realistic targets. Next, try visualizing your progress. Use a visual tracker like a progress bar or a calendar to see how far you've come and what you still need to tackle. And don't forget to reward yourself. Celebrate each milestone reached to reinforce those positive feelings and keep that motivation burning bright. Well, there you have it. Milestones are like the stars guiding your ship through the night, or perhaps like the breadcrumbs leading you out of the forest. They provide direction, motivation, and a well-deserved sense of accomplishment on your journey towards your goals. Embrace the power of milestones and celebrate your progress. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, for at least another 200. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Balanced Flux podcast. A new episode drops every Sunday at 1 p.m. UTC on major podcast apps and platforms. You can also listen to the podcast and extend your support through the website at balancedflux.com. This podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. Kindly seek the appropriate care and treatment from licensed professionals. Do join the community on social channels and send your messages there or via email. Either way, if this podcast sparks some form of inspiration, I'd be more than glad to hear from you. Thank you for sharing your time and mind space. Your presence and engagement truly make this journey even more fulfilling and rewarding. I'm Tenny McLeod, signing off for now, and until the next time, stay safe, best wishes, and keep striving to achieve your balanced flux.